Welcome to Streams of Income, hosted by best-selling author and entrepreneur Dr. David Powers, where we discuss streams of income, passive income, residual income, and even why there are dinosaurs and zombies in this intro. Fasten your seatbelts and get ready to dive in.
All right, we are here, and I made the mistake of talking to Miss Ashley before I hit record because the best conversations happened before. So I promise no juicy stories happened that you're not going to hear. And so I'm really excited. Miss Ashley Crabb is here with me, and for the second one of my tattoo stories. Stories in ink with entrepreneurs and their tattoos. And so far, it's only been two ladies, too. I don't know if it's that guys are afraid or what. So we're here. So I'll tell you what, let's get the boring stuff out of the way first. Tell us who you are, what you do, what your streams of income are, and then how people can get in touch with you if you wanted to. And absolutely. Fun stuff.
Absolutely.
And be sure to tell them about your book too.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. See, you already got me. Well, hi, my name's Ashley. Thank you for having me on, Dave. I'm super pumped to talk about this, but and it's been a long time since I talked to you too. But yes, my name is Ashley Crabb. I am first and foremost a twin mom. So I have some awesome 3.5-year-old twin boys running around in my life. But I also own my business. It's Ashley Crabb, and I help entrepreneurs, one, write their story, and then two, infuse it into everything they build. So I also have a virtual 9-to-5, which is marketing and event planning. And it's neat to see the two align in a way that I get to use my skills from both in both areas. And I'm super grateful I get to be home with my kids for both of those. So, and like Dave said, I did recently publish my very first children's book. So that is, for my boys. So that book wouldn't have happened, I don't think, if I didn't have twin boys. But it is called The Crabb Twins and Friends, and it's a story about crab twins and their twin friends on a little adventure. So it's been a good ride writing that and sharing that with people for sure. But
yeah, and I assume it's available on Amazon?
It is. Yep. It's available on Amazon. And hopefully it's available in my local library, but nowhere else yet. Nowhere else yet out in the wild. So we'll get there though. But you can follow me at it's Ashley Crabb on Instagram, and my website is itsashleycrabb.com.
All right. Write all this down. And I'll put the links and everything, especially to the book, in the show notes. And
thank you.
So it sounds like you've made it work with being able to be a mom, a very present mom, because we've known each other on socials for a while, but also full-time jobs and your own business. I mean, it's like supermom level stuff,
Yeah. I mean, I'm very lucky. My husband is a huge, supporter of me. And he is a great partner and a great dad to our kids, but I couldn't do it without him. And I am very lucky. When I was pregnant, we actually moved cross country from Washington back to Pennsylvania to where my family is. So my family is really close, and I have a good village. So without them, I'd be a little bit more crazy and feral than I already am. But you got to make it work, right? You make the dream work. So
I'm glad you mentioned that, the feral thing, because knowing you on socials for a while, you kind of give off the vibe of like a crunchy mom with an edge.
I don't like that. Crunchy mom with the past.
Yeah. And maybe that'll come out with the tattoo stories.
Yeah, there we go. But and I think that's really important. I mean, my kids do come first in my life, as I know yours do. I know your family does. And I always want to show my boys that, you work hard, you play hard, you love hard, and you make it work with what you put in. So that's what we're doing. But that still, that crazy crunchiness with an edge is definitely, I think one day you said like a Martha Stewart like a gangster Martha Stewart or something. I was like, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yep. It's like
That'll be
Martha
my
when
first
she was
album.
in the pen.
Yeah, there we go. There we go, actually.
Yep.
No, I didn't serve any time in prison.
All right. So one last question before we get into tattoos. I am always curious about people's backgrounds, like especially bookshelves and stuff. But those baskets, what are those baskets there for?
Just
I feel like an Indiana Jones trap thing going on.
Actually, yeah, there's some gardening tools in there, some scissors, some sharp knives. There's some seeds. I think I have some hidden Christmas toys up there. It's decoration, but they serve a purpose. So.
Oh yeah, and it's out of reach of twins.
Yes, exactly. And I'm in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Like baskets are a thing. Wicker weaved baskets are a thing. So it's like, the Amish coming out in me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. So tattoos. All right. So would you rather start with like the first one or the favorite one?
Oh, that's hard.
Unless they're both the same. Usually the first one's not the favorite one though. It's like the entry level drug kind of thing.
Right. I found
they're addictive.
Oh my God, they are super addictive. Yeah. I mean, and I don't think, I also don't know if I have necessarily a favorite one. I love all of my tattoos, regardless of, I don't regret any of them, but I like the story behind all of them. And so there's some I don't like as much, but anyways, we'll start with the first one because I liked how you said it was an addiction. But God bless my mother. I don't know why she took me to get a tattoo at 15, but she took me to get a tattoo at 15. And I remember my dad was furious, my grandmother was furious, everyone was furious, and for whatever reason she let me get it. But I remember I brought my case to the point, I had my explanation and she said yes, but I got nautical stars on the back of my neck.
Yeah.
And my dad was military. He was in the Navy. I had other family in the military. So that's where I kind of got the idea from in the beginning. And of course, a 15-year-old, young woman, what do you know about life? So you're looking at a tattoo to give you guidance and protection, and finding your way in life. But in all seriousness, I love that, because, that is what I believed in the moment. And I loved that I was, kind of giving honor in a way to my family, serving. But I remember going to school after I got it done, and it was I forget exactly how it happened, but one of the guys we were friends with, he came up to the back of me and he smacked my neck so hard. And I was like, what just happened? He's like, well, that's how you make a tattoo stick. And I'm like, no, I didn't know that. I'm 15. I don't know anything about tattoos. Oh my God. But so, that was the first one. And it was the rest was history. Cause like you said, you become addicted, but
yeah, man, at 15 though, I'm picturing you walking into school. Cause at 15, wearing a leather jacket, something from Greece, just strolling in here's the new Ashley.
Oh my gosh, I'll have to find a picture from when I was 15 because I was not in a leather jacket at all. But no, I was just a little 15-year-old country girl who got a tattoo. Yeah. And I remember
I'm older than you, so my 15 is everything you see in Stranger Things. That's my time period, the Trapper Keepers and everything else.
Yeah. I had a Trapper Keeper. Not that big.
They're universal. Right? They should last forever.
They do. They actually do. They do not disintegrate in the landmine or in the landfills at all. But I remember when I got that, my Nana was so disappointed. I've never seen her so disappointed in me. And she looked at me and with so much seriousness and because she did mean it. She goes, if God meant for you to have tattoos, he would have made you born with them. And I was like, okay. All right. So Nana doesn't like tattoos, and she hasn't liked a single one since then. A single
Yeah.
one. So, and I have quite a few. Quite a few.
Yeah. Which is weird because, like, my grandparents or my grandmothers, and
Yeah.
I'm guessing your Nana, they came about when an age like the grandfathers and all that, they got tattoos when they went off to serve in World War II and Vietnam. And I
They
mean, these guys coming
did.
back covered in tattoos, but act like the rest of us, it's like we don't deserve them or something. I don't know.
I know, but and you know what I'm thinking about it? Like my pappy, no tattoos.
Yeah.
None of my uncles have tattoos. No one in my family really had tattoos. So it was probably, me being that black sheep too and having to defy and stand out. But that's a good point,
Yeah. So
But
where in the world were you able to get one as a 15-year-old though? Or was it because your mom signed for you?
My mom signed for me. She went with me. Oh yeah, she went with me, signed for me, the whole shebang. It was legit. I didn't get it, in a back alley somewhere with a pen. But yeah, it was totally legit. It was legit and it's still rocking on the back of my neck too,
Yeah.
Still there. Still there.
It stuck because
It's stuck. It's stuck.
So my only regret with all mine was I've got one that's in color. And
Okay.
I wouldn't have done it in color. I would just went straight black and white on everything because the color's faded and everything, and I really don't want to have it. I would rather get a new tattoo than get an old one like recolored.
That's such a good point. Yeah, I want to know. I want to know what your favorite tattoo or first or anything.
My first was military.
Okay,
I've got a USMC on the one arm.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
It's like a rite of passage kind of for the first one.
Yeah. I love that. But you bring up a good point too. I have one color tattoo. And it's funny that you say like regret, but like don't regret you wouldn't do it. When I was in college, I got Excelsior tattooed on my arm. And again, I don't regret it because the meaning is still there. And it wasn't from I think it's like a New York Giants player who said that a lot.
Yeah.
A football player
Stanley
said,
used to say it too.
yeah. But I watched, we were like obsessed with a movie and the movie Silver Lining Playbooks. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah.
And they said it in the movie so much. And I mean, I'm pretty sure I think this one was like a drunk college night. I'm pretty sure. Unfortunately. And like, so, like always moving forward and I did, I still like it, but when I got it covered up, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And so I got a lotus flower over it. And I had him do the lotus flower in color. And that's the only color one I have too. And like it does, it fades and I just don't think they set as nice.
Yeah. And with a lotus flower though, that's like a common cover. You're not the first person I've run into that's covered up with a lotus flower. It's just it lends itself to
Exactly. Well, and kind of too, I mean, not that to each their own artwork decisions, but I always think of like cover-ups as like either kind of bad tattoos or ugly tattoos or the regretful ones, you know what I mean? And while I didn't necessarily regret Excelsior, the idea of, I felt like the lotus flower blended with the word, like, you know what I mean? Like it covered it up, but it had the same meaning, So, but that one, I've never, well, I don't know how many motorcycles you've been on the back of, Dave. I feel like probably not a lot.
No, that would just look bad if I was on the back.
But I feel like two of the best compliments I've ever received in my life were you sit great on the back of a motorcycle and you sit great for tattoos. So, I'm easily flattered. But I passed out after I got my lotus flower tattoo.
Yeah.
I totally passed out.
Just a bad day or what?
I don't know. Like no tattoo had ever made, I've never had any sort of physical reaction, bad reaction, anything like that to a tattoo. But I got home and like, I took like one layer of wrapping off or something that I could take off. And like, I just hit the bathroom floor and, I was, my husband, not husband at the time, but Scott, my husband now, he freaked out. He was like, what is and I'm like, I think I'm okay. I don't know. But, that was
you pay for the tattoo, the scar's free.
Exactly. It's
part of the experience.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, no more color tattoos for me. No more.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you one other not regret thing I have is I've got a big one on my back and can't read, like, it's fine now, but when I was taking care of it, when it was new, I couldn't reach it. Like constantly having to get help just to reach it. And it was just irritating. That's
a good point. What's the big one on your back? Are we talking about just my tattoos, or are we talking about your tattoos too?
Oh, we could just talk about all kinds of. It's John 14:6 in Viking runes.
Oh, I love that. I love that
so
because
blending my pagan heritage with some Bible.
I love it. I was going to say because I might give off gangster Martha Stewart vibes. You definitely give off Viking vibes. So I love it. But I have a big tattoo on my back too, and cleaning it.
Like that's some kind of Yakuza kind of thing.
It's actually the galaxy.
Oh,
with Michelangelo hands. So I kind of blended my woo woo with God. So just the idea that we're all a small little piece in this freaking big universe. And we're also all connected by the divine. And so the only other thing I don't like about it is sometimes I forget it's there. Like, not that I forget it's there, but if it's summertime or whatever, and we're out and about and someone says something about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I have that back there. I can't see that one very well.
Yeah.
But
so when you're like on the beach, the line just kind of cuts it in half with the
exactly. Yeah, too funny. But that one, I'm sure the one on your back took a long time.
It did, and it's all black, like big block runes and everything.
Yeah. What do you think the longest time you've ever sat for a tattoo is?
Ooh, I'd say like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. If it wasn't for money or time, I would do way more.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And the time I could do, but they're just expensive.
Oh, they're really expensive. Worth it in my book. Yeah. But they're super expensive. And I feel like tattoo artists like also kind of have a cutoff. They're like, I won't sit for more than 6 hours. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's the longest I ever sat. I think we did my back in a full sitting, and we did it in 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a marathon push there.
Oh yeah. But I love it. I haven't been in a tattoo parlor in a really long time.
Well, I know if I go into one, I'll just I'll purposely wait until I've got time, and then if he's free, well,
right?
Yeah.
Well, so do you go? Has the same person done all of your tattoos, or probably not?
Yeah, I bounced around a bunch with the first ones, but since I moved to where I'm at now, I've got a regular guy, and I love this guy because. You know how like they've all got the personalities just like barbers and hairstylists, and most of the tattoo people I've been with, they wouldn't talk much. Like it's just I'm just here to do a job, that's it. But this guy, we sit and we'll talk conspiracy theories and farming, and he's into everything, and he's just a real like hippie guy, with a big scorpion tattooed on his head, and just fun to sit with and talk to. I mean, it's almost worth the money just to talk to him.
Yeah, I agree. I haven't, I'm trying to think. The ones I got in Pennsylvania, I think I went to the same place, but that was before like I really loved tattoos, like that I found like the love of tattoos and like the true artwork and meaning behind tattoos, I feel like.
And then you kind of like seek out somebody to stick with, and somebody, or maybe their style or something.
Because like you said, I mean, it's a relationship, and I think you have to be able to trust the person that is tattooing your body, like first off. And I know for me, when I found the guy I found out in Washington, he's the last person who tattooed me. No, he's not. But anyways, he's the last person that did a big tattoo. And when I found him, like, I always brought my ideas to him and we collaborated together on the final piece. Yeah. And I always loved giving him some of that like creative freedom. Mm-hmm. And I always found that he was able to like give my idea and like that vision of the final piece, that last kick, because he had some of that freedom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And so the early days, did you, like my early days near military bases and all that, you just walked in and you look at all the flash on the walls and you pick something. The same thing 100,000 other people have. So my first ones were like that, but it seems like tattoos have changed a lot, maybe, or the parlors, or maybe it's where I go, but I just go in with a drawing. Like I'll do it, I'll print it up and just take it to him. Yeah. Or my guy now, I just send it to him digital and he has it ready.
Yeah.
I wouldn't dare do a flash now unless it was like really on purpose for a reason.
Yeah. So, I mean, I haven't been in a tattoo parlor here in Pennsylvania since like early 2000s. But out in Washington, the place I went, they did have a book. But I never saw anybody really going in there to get a tattoo from the book. You know what I mean? Everybody came in with a drawing or, talked about it. I did something that is like big now is these tiny tattoos. Mm-hmm. So like you go to an event, and maybe it's like mostly geared towards women. So I've been at women's events. I don't know if men are out there doing tiny tattoos, but you go to an event and there's a tiny tattoo artist there and and it's exactly like that. It's like flash style tattoos.
So we're talking like little butterflies and stuff like that.
Yeah. Or,
it's a neat business model though. If you do it in like 10 minutes and next.
Oh yeah. And that's how they do it. I mean, they like crank them out. They sit for 4 hours, just, lady after lady getting a tiny tattoo.
That's a good entry level tattoo also.
It is. I agree. Like a lot of women I saw get them. It was their first tattoo. They never had one before. Like from like an educational tattoo artist standpoint, I don't know the difference. I can see the difference because I've been in, a shop and then here, but I got one and it's not bad, but it's not good.
Yeah.
And like I would want to have it redone. So the lines are thicker and it's just nicer. But in the moment and being at the event and being there, it was again like an experience. It was a memory. I have a memory from it. And so, it was I could have spent $50 way worse. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And that's way cooler than just hanging the lanyard on the wall from a conference or something.
Exactly. And how different, like to start having events and like, conferences or something like that. And you're like, hey, let's get you tattooed while you're here.
Yeah. No, that's kind of neat because I've been to Kent Julian that's in our membership group.
Yeah.
I've been to some of his events and he's had a photographer there to take photos for your speaker pages, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But how much cooler would it be like on conference or something if there was like, go to this room if you want a tattoo and just talk to the guy.
Right. I mean, I think it's something. It's something.
Yeah.
We're on to something.
I would do it. I'd go get another one.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if I'd do another super tiny tattoo. But it was fun. In the moment.
All right. So what is the tiny one of?
It's a rose. Okay, my boy's birth flower is a rose.
Okay.
So,
All right, so we've got a rose, an Excelsior with a lotus.
Yeah. Oh, man, we got a lot.
Oh, yeah.
We got a lot.
We've only hit like 3 or 4.
Yeah, we hit the nautical stars. We hit Excelsior. We hit the lotus, the galaxy, and we hit the rose. So that's 5. That's 5.
Because I'm sure you got way more than I do. And all mine are covered. Like, if I wear short sleeves, you don't even know.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, what? I was like, I'm wearing a sweater on this podcast. Like, you know what I mean? My tattoos aren't on my face. So if this is on YouTube, like, people are going to think, like, she ain't got nothing.
Yeah, she's making it all up. She's got no Post Malone stuff, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Thankfully, I feel like there have been some questionable moments in life where I was like, I think like I've thought about getting tattoos on my hands or something, and not like, I've seen other people with hand tattoos and I love them, but I think they're not for me. So like, I'm glad I kind of thought through that decision. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've always wanted to do the knuckles, but I never have. Yeah. Like hold fast, you know, or something like that.
I would. Ooh, I like that. I would get, I'm not answering your question, but I would get a wedding ring tattooed on my finger. I would do that. Yeah. I would do that on my hand. But let's see what other. So I don't have any other like super tiny tattoos, but this is something interesting. Do you have any matching tattoos with anybody? That was a good segue.
No, I don't. Other than a bunch of us got the Marines one, but that was like just everybody did that. Not really matching.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I don't think I do.
Okay.
Like no best friends kind of thing or anything like that.
Yeah. So I have a couple of tattoos that I got with people.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny. I think that I always thought it was kind of silly and cliche. And I think part of me still thinks it's kind of silly and cliche.
So it's like a best friend's charm where you break it in half and
yeah, exactly. But you know what? I think about it and like, I'm good with it. So I have a matching tattoo with my sister. Mm-hmm. So that one's pretty meaningful. And it is actually her first and only tattoo. Huh. And so we got matching tattoos in Florida. We went to Florida for a sister vacation and we got tattoos while we were there. And my mother was mad at me because I took my sister to do it. Like if anyone was going to ruin their body, it was just going to be me. Alex was perfect and now she wasn't, and it was all my fault. But it's an E.E. Cummings poem, and hers says, I carry your heart with me, and mine says, I carry it in my heart. And so, cool. Yeah. And so that's probably one of my favorite tattoos. Because I love my sister immensely. And what's funny is the day before I went to Florida to meet her, my husband proposed to me and then sent me to Florida for a week. And
to think about it.
Right. To think about it.
Buyer's remorse.
Yeah. And we actually read the poem when we got married and we eloped. So no one was at our wedding. Like no family members were there. Mm-hmm. So it was neat.
You're making your mom mad again.
Oh, right. Oh, don't worry. My Nana was there in spirit because when like we actually eloped at an Airbnb and the husband was pastor and his wife and her mother were the witnesses. And when I like walked down the aisle, the mother like grabs my arm and she goes, "Oh my gosh, child, what have you done with your body?" And she was talking about my tattoos. And I was like, Nana, you're here with me. You're here with me, Nana. But so yeah, so the matching tattoo with my sister, and then reading
Where's that one at?
It's on my leg. It's on my thigh. I have one on my thigh, and then I also have one on my calf. I have a molecule tattooed on my calf. So
wait, let me not caffeine. That would be too easy for you. Oh man. Some kind of medicine?
Actually, yes.
Okay, what is it?
It is a type of medicine. So I got it with a bunch of coworkers. When I moved out to Washington State, I moved out right after I graduated college. and my first job was at a medical marijuana dispensary. And so it was like, it was a new business, and we all went to, we went and got this course done for our medical licenses. And after we passed the exams, we all went and got the molecule for THC. And it's on my calf, and it's nothing I regret. And like, I don't regret that job. I don't regret telling people I did that, by any means. That's like a whole nother rabbit hole for another day. But
and I'm all libertarian at heart. So
yeah. Right. And so, but it's always like touch and go if people ask me what it is and if I tell them. And I've done both. I try to feel out the vibe of people, but I remember when I delivered my boys, the nurses in the hospital asked me about it, and I looked at them and I was like, I told them the truth, and then they all just kind of looked at me, and I was like, I probably should have lied about that one, huh? And they all just
they're questioning if you can parent.
And they all just looked at me and they were like, yeah, you should have. And I was like, okay, let's not talk about this anymore. And they were like, okay, cool. But I was like, how do you lie to nurses about a molecule? Like,
especially when you're all laid open, just giving birth.
Like, like, come on now, guys, come on.
Let's be raw here.
Right. So, but yeah, so that one's always a fun one to explain.
I'm picturing you and your coworkers, though, using that like a Jesus fish, like somebody walking up and, hey, you know where I can get some stuff? And you're like, yeah, let me show you. I'm a dealer. Right.
No, all legal. But yeah, that was I think we all got it. I think there were like 5 or 6 of us who got it. Yeah. Total gang initiation with that one. Absolutely. But, and then I think I have 2 more matching ones. I have a matching arrow. And I've been friends with her for 13 years, I think. And when I moved out to Washington on one of my trips back, we went and got arrow tattoos. We were super obsessed, and I mean, it's still a good song, but I think Casey Musgrave sings it, and it's "Follow your arrow wherever it points." And I met her when I was in college, and she's 10 years older than me. And she was just there through it all. She was there through college. She was there through me moving cross country. And it's just, I do love looking at that tattoo, and I love thinking about that song, because when you have people in your life who get it, when you surround yourself with people who get it and they believe in you, and you follow what you know is true, but other people can see that truth in you. She's always been that person to me. And so it's always a nice little reminder to just kind of check it out. Follow your arrow, Oh yeah.
Probably the best ones have memories attached to them and stories.
They do. And then my last matching tattoo is my Sagittarius symbol. I have my triangle for my fire sign, and I have my Jupiter symbol. And I got that with a very good friend out in Washington. Our birthdays are exactly 1 week apart. Yeah. And I'm just oh my God, Dave, I'm such a bad influence. She had never gotten a tattoo before. And she was like, Ashley, I really want to go get a tattoo. Will you go with me and get one? And I was like, yeah, sure. I was like, but we're going to make it like, we're not getting crappy tattoos. Like, let's do it. And she was like, okay, I like this one. And so, yeah, so we got it. We got her first tattoo, and at that point, I don't know what number it was, but I remember that tattoo. We didn't go to the guy I normally go to. We went to someone else, and he was a jerk. I have honestly never been tattooed. Well, I haven't been tattooed by that many people, but I've never been tattooed by someone who was a jerk, and he was a jerk. Like, he just had bad vibes. Yeah. I didn't. Have you ever had? Bad.
I mean, because I've had indifferent ones, but never one that was just made the experience bad.
Yeah, like he was just like, he was a good tattoo artist, like, but I remember like my friend was trying to figure out how to place it, right? And she like wanted it placed so like it would essentially be upside down, I guess, if anyone was looking at the inside of her arm. And she was like, do you think it's dumb? And I was like, no. I said the words on, the words on my leg are facing me. No one else can read them but me. I don't really care. And he looked at me, he goes, yeah, because everyone goes around getting upside down words tattooed on their bodies. And I was just like, I mean, okay, dude, who peed in your Cheerios this morning?
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are all my matching tattoos. And I can't say that I'll never get a matching tattoo again, but it's not on the top of my list of things to do.
It's just got to wait. Like, it's just one of those things that it just happens. Like,
exactly. I feel like those are kind of the ones that do you have any tattoos that just happened?
Yeah, a couple, like just on a whim. I mean, most of them I planned and plotted and saved the money, and then I've got a couple that just, I was there. It seemed cool.
Yeah. I love it. But yeah.
Oh, here's a question for you. Do you have any that are like a memory of a either traumatic or a trying time or something like that?
I would say I probably have a few. Because I feel like all of my tattoos have happened also around events. Like there was something that happened and I got the tattoo. But the first one I ever got that was in memory of someone. I got a sparrow on my ankle when my grandfather passed away. And that was, I really love that tattoo still too, but, sparrows always find their way home, and, God watches over even the smallest of birds. So that gave me goosebumps thinking about it. But so that one's really meaningful. And it was traumatic when my grandfather passed away, for all of us actually. But the one that's really sticking out in my mind, like a lot of people actually, I mean, it's not like I'm special, but I lost my job when COVID hit. And again, a whole another rabbit hole to go down. But I think the kicker for me was that I was the only one in my company who lost a job that day. And so I had never lost a job before either, like ever. And it was just eye-opening and mind-boggling and sad and depressing and all sorts of things. But
was it all of a sudden? Or was there any warning? Oh man.
No, there was no warning. Like it was like the day that Washington State shut down. My boss came into my office and was like, "We're letting you go." And I was like, so no warning. Like no warning at all. And like I lost things before, but when someone lets you go from your job, it's a totally different type of loss and feeling.
Yeah.
And I had never lost a job before. Like that whole situation in and of itself was an insane time. But as far as like work goes, I just didn't know what to, like, it was so like mind-boggling and earth-shattering in a way. And I did not know what I was going to do. And I didn't handle it well at all. Drank a lot, very depressed. And finally, I don't know what switched in my brain. But I was like, I'm going to start my own business. And so what's, ironic, I guess, in a way, is if I wouldn't have ever been let go, I would have never started a business. I shouldn't say that, but being an entrepreneur and starting my own business was never something that was in my mind. It was never a dream of mine. It was never a goal of mine. I grew up, you work a 9-to-5, you retire from a 9-to-5, you have a 401k, like an entrepreneur being that was not something I grew up thinking about. But when I lost my job, and I couldn't find a job, I started my own. And so that's when the Crabb That Can was born. But it was a hard time, and I really felt knocked down. And so I got a she-wolf tattooed. So,
I was trying to figure out like what in the world is it going to be? Like
yeah,
with this
yeah.
experience, what can it be?
Yeah, so it was after I started my business and I started rocking and rolling, and like, my mindset shift, and I stopped, with such bad decisions, like everything started to click. And so I went and I got the she-wolf done. And I love she-wolves, first of all, like, and the story of the she-wolf. And the symbolism behind wolves and women with wolves, but just this innate sense of following your instinct and following your intuition and being free and being a warrior, in so many different situations. And so I think if I were to have to pick a favorite tattoo, that's my favorite one, because he did a beautiful job. My guy did an absolute beautiful job. And, it's also the one I get the most compliments on, which isn't something I'm after, with my tattoos, but it's always nice when someone else appreciates it. But,
Where is this one?
it's on my inner arm. So it's on my tricep, which also hurts so bad. Right in like the soft spot too of my armpit. So like my bicep, not my tricep. Goodness gracious. So when I flex, it's right there too. And that one makes me feel powerful. Me feel powerful. Oh man, see, now I just feel jazzed. Now I kind of feel
I like that though, because like, is that the reason you got it on the bicep for the powerful thing, or it just so happened?
That was the placement. Yep, and I wanted to be able to really see it. I wanted to have a really good visual of it. Yeah, and also
that's pretty cool though, because like if you're looking in the mirror, like if you're feeling good and you're flexing, there it is. Yeah, but also if you're like, oh crap, what's going on? Oh wait, there's my strength.
There's my strength. Yeah. And my boys really love that one. And that's what I tell them too. We'll sit and they'll look at my tattoos, but I said, that's mommy's strength. That's my strong. But, it also lines up very nicely with some other tattoos as well. There could have been some other places it went, but, I love that one. I love that one so much. I kind of want to get some more wolves on my other arm as well, but we'll see. Now my brain's just going. Now my brain's dreaming of more tattoos.
Yeah.
But
you're like me. I've like when I was younger, I always thought it'd be cool to do like full arm sleeves, like start with the ocean over here, the bottom of the ocean, and go across to like forest and mountains.
Yeah.
But that's a theme. I'm more of a, like you are, where it's just each one means something completely different, and there's no common theme other than just this is Ashley.
Yeah, exactly. And that's really truly it. That's the story of Ashley. And I do think what's neat is that somehow they all fit together. They all end up fitting together, just like every piece of our story ends up fitting together. And that's what I really think tattoos are at the end of the day. They're just another way to tell your story.
Yeah.
And, in a way that's giving your body up for canvas. But I'm good with that. Not so much blank anymore, but I don't mind the sacrifice.
I love asking people stories when I'm out in public, because if they got it and it's visible, I'm thinking you made it visible for a reason.
Right.
Especially waitresses. So many waitresses, it's a tattoo like from a lost child, or just their marriage, the marriage date, or and they seem to really enjoy when you ask them, like you're genuinely interested in like what's the ink for.
Right. Because you're genuinely interested in them. You see them. You see them. I love that. I love asking people about tattoos too. I always comment on it. Even the bad ones too. I see people and it's obvious it's like prison or homemade, but there's still a story there. Exactly. Yeah. I'm trying to, I don't know if if I've ever seen a prison tattoo in real life, honestly. Wow,
Oh.
I feel sheltered now.
Heated ballpoint ink pen kind of thing.
Yeah, seriously. It's funny. I have like a little I have it's a scratch style tattoo, but it's a crab.
Yeah.
And I got it in someone's basement, and they were a legit tattoo artist. And a shockingly large number of people actually tattoo in their home and out of their basement, which is
okay.
kind of
you can't do that in South Carolina. That
You
would be kind of neat, though.
You can do that here in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
People do it. Yeah. Yeah. And you can do it out there in Washington. Now that might have changed. So this was years ago.
They regulate it. It's not been legal in South Carolina, but for maybe a decade. And
Really?
so heavily regulated. Yeah. Most cities have zoning, you can't have it anywhere near certain types, almost like liquor store kind of zoning.
Yeah. That's interesting. I would be really interesting to look more into the laws on tattooing in Pennsylvania and Washington. That's wild. That blew my mind.
I looked into one time. I thought it'd be cool to maybe do tattoos, but Viking style with hammer and bone kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that would not be allowed.
No. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, I'm going to do some research now later tonight. But yeah, that's the closest thing I've seen to a prison tattoo is my basement tattoo. So, but yeah, I would say though, I would say most of the tattoos done in people's basements around here aren't good. So I will not be doing that again.
Yeah, you got to practice somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but once again though, I wouldn't trust a tattoo guy that wasn't covered.
I don't think all of the people who have tattooed me were covered in ink.
Yeah.
And all of them tattooed themselves as well, which I think is saying something. I really do. I really,
if you get the guy that can tattoo his head looking in the mirror and still looks good, you know he's got some skill.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not going to misspell the word on your leg or something,
No regrets. No regrets. I have a question for you. How do the people in your life feel about your tattoos?
So my dad didn't really care because he was military in Vietnam. No tattoos, but he didn't really care, and told me the story when he almost got one. My mom, though, hates them because my sister's got a few, and my mom just hates them. Everybody else, in-laws and people like that, hardly any tattoos in my family. And so most of them just kind of ignore it. I don't want to comment on it, or it would seem like I'm acknowledging that it's there.
Yep.
But I just keep getting them and don't care.
Oh yeah. Exactly. My husband also has a lot of tattoos and likes tattoos, so that's nice. I think something something we share common ground on. But this made me think. I just literally thought about this right now. What if my boys come to me at 15 and want a tattoo?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, mine, I probably wouldn't, even me having them, I probably wouldn't do mine that young. But at 18, I'd love to pay for the first one. I mean, I think it'd be kind of cool. But my older boys, I've got two that are older and out of the house. They kind of rebelled at that age and almost ran away. Yeah. And so one of them's got tattoos, but he didn't want me to have anything to do with them. And kind of missed out on that because me having a bunch, I think it'd be kind of cool to
a bonding.
Go through the thought process. No, don't get the Pink Floyd, rainbow triangle and all that. Do something a little more lasting.
Yeah. That kind of made me excited thinking about bonding with my kids over tattoos. But I'm with you. No 15-year-old tattoos. 18.
Now I've got a brother-in-law that his first tattoo, he big one on the forearm. And that's one thing I would caution my kids, don't get your first one as a huge one.
No.
Don't get it visible. See if you later on when you've defined yourself a little more, then you can get something that's visible and something that's big.
Yeah.
But So I would have, I don't know what you call it, boundaries or advice or what, but
advice because you've experienced it, because you've experienced it, you can give that advice. I feel your recommendation. But that's kind of I never really thought about it until today, but I guess I got a long time. They're only 3.5, so
Oh yeah. Yeah, you got a
no
few.
tattoos yet. But
So here's a question for you. What's a tattoo that you've seen on somebody else, lady or a guy,
okay.
that maybe it wouldn't work on you, but it's like I absolutely love it when I see that. Like for me, it's big like angel wings on like
Yeah.
full back angel wings on women.
Yeah.
But obviously that wouldn't work on me. That would just look weird.
Yeah, it might look weird. It might look weird. Wow, I feel stumped on this one. I feel super stumped on this one.
Sorry, I'll throw another one at you.
Yeah,
Maybe
throw a different one at me.
like the almost like the Hispanic gang thing, where across the stomach when it's meaningful. Like not the words thug
Yeah,
life, but
yeah.
that's kind of the
Yeah.
what it.
Oh
the
yeah, that would
connotation.
okay. So like things that would I don't think a stomach tattoo would fit me. I think I would just look weird.
Yeah.
But I've seen not words, but I've seen some women with some really, really beautiful tattoos like around their navels, around their belly buttons. And I think that's super awesome. I've also seen like tattoo, like maybe not starting up here, but they're central tattoos. So they do go down like the center of the body. And I think those are really, really neat. But whether it would look weird on me or not, like, I don't know if I would be like confident to rock that. You know what I mean? So those are some that I've seen that I'm like, yeah, those are really cool. Those are really, really cool. But
I've even seen some women with the blackout in certain areas.
Yeah.
It looks
Yeah,
kind of neat, but
I
only
think-
when it's done right.
Yeah,
The
like
placement and everything.
I've seen some really, really good ones like on the legs. I've seen some really nice ones on the legs. I don't know if I don't think I like the style enough to be able to do that on me. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know what? I feel like there's a big part of me that really wants some hand tattoos, and I just don't think I can rock it. I don't think I can rock it. I really don't. And I would love to be able to, because there could be some really cool stuff done there. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've also seen some really neat ear tattoos.
Yeah,
some
I don't
really
know if I've
cool-
ever really noticed an ear tattoo.
Yeah, like I've seen them both behind the ear and on the inner ear, and that looks really cool. But I don't think I could rock it, and I actually don't know if I could handle that one. I don't know if I could handle that one. But yeah, I really. Now I'm gonna have to kind of like check it out, be a little bit more. Well, it's winter now; everyone's covered up. But
Oh yeah. No,
little
there's
more-
just some when I see them on Instagram or I see somebody out in public, I'm like, that is awesome.
yeah, I haven't done a good tattoo Pinterest session lately, so maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll
It must
do
be
that.
my algorithms. I've got a bunch of like goth girl tattoos showing up in mine now.
Nice. Yeah. I'm due for one for sure, especially after this.
Just do
Especially
a quick
after
search
this.
for tattoo and whatever insert word. But
Yeah. The last big one I got was like it's like a dual view. It's mountains and cliffs and trees, and then it's like water and underwater rocks and stuff like that. That was the last big one that I got. So I'm due for another one soon. I'm due. But like you said, save up that money and that time for sure.
Oh yeah.
So-
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm having a ton of fun, but
Me too.
I'll ask you one last question, and then
Okay.
because I know we didn't hit all your tattoos, so that way, if people enjoyed this, we can do a part two.
Yeah, we can.
But here's a question to stump you, maybe. All right, if as soon as this was over, I had inspired you, and you're like, you know what, doggone it, I'm gonna go get a tattoo right now. What would it be?
I've really been jonesing for a knee tattoo. So like around my knee. Oh wait, nope, we'll go with that one. I started to say it first. So
And that one would hurt so bad, so bad.
Yeah.
But I want it to be like some mushrooms and like some wildflowers, some grass, just kind of encapsulate my knee in this really serene, woodsy scene. That's what I would do.
That's cool because most knee tattoos or elbow tattoos I see, it's always the spider web.
Oh yeah.
Or I've seen a few honeycombs, which look really cool. Like if you're into bees or something.
Oh yeah.
But I've never seen like the the mushrooms and the.
Yeah. So that's what I would do. What would you do? What would you do?
Oh, see, I shouldn't have asked the question if I didn't have the answer ready. I would just do the word. I don't even know what word though across my stomach, but like the old English kind of calligraphy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably some like a Norse word.
Yeah,
some kind of Viking word meaning something like family or something like that.
Right. I dig that. I love it.
Yep.
I love it. Well, now we have to both go do it. So let's go. Let's rock and roll.
Well, I appreciate you being with me.
Yeah, thank you, Dave.
I'll put all the links to your book, especially, and if people want to get in touch with you. And I will say this: if people watch this and or listen to it, and you want to see the tattoos, you got to follow her on Instagram. That's the only way you're going to get to see them. And
there we go.
she, it never hurts to give people more followers, and so do that.
Yeah. Well, and I appreciate your time, Dave, and I always love talking to you. So whenever you want to chat again, let's do it.
All right. Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Dave.
To the stop recording button and all that fun stuff. This is the stuff I never edit out.